I was a jockey first. My father's been here many years, Alfredo Velazquez, so kind of like a legacy. And I started riding. I rode professionally here for 5 years. I was like second leading rider, believe it or not. And my dad said, hey, I had a lot of problems with my weight. And he said, if you have problems with your weight, there's many other jobs that you could do here. You could work in the office, you could become an agent, you could become a trainer. You don't have to just struggle with the weight. And I'm like, oh, I'll try training. I stopped riding, and then I realized, wow, I know nothing about horses. Like, I didn't know. I knew how to ride them. I didn't know what it took to actually physically get a horse to the race, and I respect them way more now. I wish I would have known what I know now when I was a jockey, because I could have took that and multiplied it, because I was just very naive at the time.
Danny spoke about where he goes for advice and who he turns to when he's got questions as a trainer.
I go to Dad, and I'm lucky I have John Service right up the street, and I kind of pick his brain. I pick everybody's brain. I feel like this business you learn every day no matter what, and yeah, I definitely need to learn more and more and more. I'm getting better as I progress, and I figure out, you know, even going to the Derby, I figured, oh wow, this is what it takes to get here. This is what you need to do. It was a good experience for me to go and really figure out the lay of the land and what it actually takes to get there.
Brooklyn Strong took Danny V to the Derby in 2021. We asked him about a memorable story from this year's Kentucky Derby.
Yeah, I had a moment with Todd Pletcher in the paddock, just quick. I tapped him on the shoulder because I was like a nervous wreck, and I said, hey, does this get any easier? And he looked at me and said, Danny, this is the toughest race in the world to win. It doesn't get any easier. And I said, oh, wow, that makes me feel great.
Danny has a passion outside of racing, but in a way, it also goes hand in hand.
Huge MMA fan. I do mixed martial arts. I do Krav Maga. I haven't been training because of my shoulder, because of the injury I had here, but yeah, huge MMA fan. I use a lot of fighting analogy in my interviews, and I don't know if it comes up crazy, but no, I feel like sometimes I train my horses. I know it's for a horse race, but in my head it's for a fight. Like they're going to go out there, they have to fight other horses, they have to dig deep into their soul to really get a win, and I take that into account all the time.
As a young, up-and-coming trainer, Danny's got some advice for those getting into training.
Sure, it's your passion. You really gotta love this, because it's a roller coaster. It's up and down. It's 7 days a week. There's really no breaks. It's time-consuming. It's grueling. It really takes a toll on your family. It's very you gotta sacrifice a lot. So just make sure that it's your passion, that you really love it, because it's the greatest game in the sport. And I always feel like I'm not working. I just feel like, you know, I know I'm like working, but I never feel like it's a job. I just feel like I wake up every day and get to do something I love. It's awesome.